I just did 18 trips. 18 trips tonight. This was the Sunday night. And it's still arguably the beginning of the month. Before 11 o'clock, it was one right after another. It was non-stop, just driving. Around 11, it slowed down. I had a break for an hour. And I had some reasonable good breaks in there. And I had one difficult customer who wanted to play the radio and didn't like what was on the radio and changed the station and and then she wanted me to give her my number so that when she called a cab she could call me, and I told her that I might not be available if she tried calling me, just because I might be far away or not on the road or busy with something else. Anyways, I just dropped off my last customer who gave me $10, and before I got her, I had $324. So I've done all right. I'm heading to the bank to make a deposit. Yep. And once I make that deposit, I will go to the gas station. The time is now 5:35. We got our Mr. Punctual 2, who will be there at 6. And I don't want to see him particularly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little tired. I did get a few naps in. I did watch a fair amount of video too, so all in all, I'd say that it was a successful night. As far as Sunday nights go. I hope the rest of the week will be a little bit more like tonight was, because last week was really nothing special. Well, the Sunday was good. Like tonight, the Sunday was good. Shit. Are you still there? Oh well. This has been the craziest night I've seen in a while. Crazy in that the first 3 trips I got sent to the wrong place, and one of those was the rowing club out on Elk Lake. Now I got to the rowing club and I didn't see anyone coming out at me, so I phoned. And the guy says, "Do you know where the waddling..." I told him where I was. I said, "I'm at the Elk Lake Rowing Club." He says, "Do you know where the Waddling Pub is?" And I said, "What, you mean the Waddling Dog?" He said, "Yeah, the Waddling Dog. It's your dispatch is messed up. Your dispatch is terrible. This is garbage. This is bullshit," he says. So I tell him, "Well, look, I can be there in 10 minutes if you still want the car." No, I'm going to make out on my own. I'm never calling you guys again." Fine, suit yourself, pal. Well, that doesn't exist. There's no such place, so I'm not going there. They give me an address of a place that does not exist. How can I go to a place that does not exist? This one does exist. Okay, I know how to go there. So I'll go to a place that exists rather than one that does not. Okay, fine. Yeah, I know this one. I know the customer. I know where he's going and what he's doing. Okay, well, that was one crazy thing. Another crazy thing, I got sent to an address that was a little bit out in the sticks. And I've had some kind of peculiar things happen there already, from that address already. So this time I went out to get her, and she says she brought her dog with her, and I'm allergic to dogs, so if my eyes are kind of runny and out of focus, it's because of that. So I went to get her, and she wanted to go to View Royal. Okay, so I take her to View Royal, and she says, should I take my dog with me? I said, yeah, sure, take your dog with you. She left all her stuff in the car, and then some guy comes out and pays for the cab. So I'm thinking, what now? I got her stuff and I got paid. Now what? And then she comes back out after I get out of the car and look for her. She comes back out and says, oh, no, I'll be going from here. And he says, what, you're going now? I just paid your cab. So she just kept going. And she went to a place called the Cherry Tree Inn. Now, once we got to the Cherry Tree Inn, the fare was up to $40, but I had already got 20 of those $40 from the first guy, so that was okay. So it's at $20, and she's taking her dog again, and she goes away and leaves her stuff in the back. So I figured she'll be back, right? So I'm waiting. The fare gets to like $60, and I'm starting to think, what the hell? Fare goes up to $65, and then I called the phone number for her, and it's some guy who answers and says, and I tell him what's going on. Hey, I said, I'm at the Cherry Tree Inn. I'm waiting at the bottom of the hill, and I've got her stuff in my car, and the meter's ticking, and she hasn't paid me the whole thing, but he said, well, where did she go? And I said, well, I said she went to View Royal, and the guy there paid for the cab, but then she continued on and came to the Cherry Tree Inn. And I said, do you have a way of contacting her? And he said, yeah, I'll call her right now. I'll call you back. So he calls her, and he calls me back, and asks me how much the meter is at. I say, well, right now it's at $83. And he says, okay, I'll get her to come out. I don't think she has that much money on her, but I'll get her to come out. So she came out, gave me $35. Now I've got $55, and the fare is $83. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, she owes me another $28. And then she says, do you do e-transfer? I say, yeah. But I gave her the wrong email address. Hopefully, it's the address on my computer instead of the one on the phone. But if the funds get sent there, I can still deposit them into the bank, and it will be all right. So anyways, after that, after waiting for her for like, I think my entire deal with her was 2 hours. After her, I got busy with long trips. And now, at this point, I'm at $306. And the night started out scary slow. I think I only had 2 paying customers by like 9 o'clock. And I started just after 6. So it's been hectic, it's been crazy, and it's been just a wild ride tonight. And people paying me in advance, and people paying me, well, everyone's paid me something except for the girl at the, well, maybe she sent it to my email on my computer. So if she did, great. If not, I'll just write it off. It has just been hectic tonight. Time is now 4:50. So I'll do this one fare, and then I'm gonna go make a bank deposit and wash the car because the owner comes on after me, and then fuel it up, and then I gotta go to the chiropractor and get my back and my neck stretched. And once I've had those things done, then I get to go to the police station and arrange to get a new Vulnerable sector criminal record check, because the one that I have expires in just under 2 weeks, and I need that to drive the cab, even though nobody ever looks at it. I have to have it on me. It's supposed to be displayed on the dashboard, but I have it in my clipboard, because if it's on the dashboard, I'm going to forget it there and somebody else is going to grab it. It happens. So I'm not displaying it in the car. Although, by law, it's supposed to be displayed prominently. And there are some transportation cops that can really pick on you and make you pay fines and stuff. But I've never met one, so I guess they don't work on my shift or the part of town where I work or whatever. So anyway, I know this guy. I know where to get him, pick him up and take him. Yeah, this is a crazy night. I still made over $300, so yeah, that's good. I hope things continue like that, because lately things have been slow. I did my paperwork for the month of April. Did I mention that yet? I did my paperwork for the month of April, and it was dismal. Really dismal. No wonder my bank account's empty. All right. Let's go get this guy. With 3 more nights to go this week. Time is now 5:14 in the morning. Oh, great. They're sending me to this guy. He's later than usual. He's the pizza man. The pizza man prepares everything in the morning so that they can make pizza all day. And so I'm going to get him now. But I have had a hard night. It took me until 3 a.m. to get my lease on. And it took me until 4 a.m. to break even. Now in the morning, I'm getting busy one right after another. And I might work a little bit later than usual just to make up for what a crappy night I had. Fortunately, I had one trip that went long into Langford. And I've had, I think, 10 now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 trips. 10 trips all night. And just a short time ago, I would typically have 20 trips a night. Well, this will be at least 21, because I'm gonna go get the pizza man. I'm just going past the pizzeria now. And anyway, so I've got maybe $50 on, or maybe a little more. Let's see how much I got. So about 4 and 13, 4 and 14, 18 and 33. That would be 51. 51 and 14. 65 and 22, 87 and 12, 99 and 21, $120. $120. 120, 140, 150, 165. 165. And this next trip is going to be $9, because I know the guy. I've taken him many times. 165, 174. Can I make it up to 200? Oh my goodness! What a hard night this was. Okay, I'm gonna go get the pizza man. And I don't have much. Oh, the last customer I had, I dropped off a customer, and then I got sent to get another one. And I got there, and I was just about to phone, and I hear this voice yelling at me, And she says, that was a mighty long 4 minutes. I said, what are you talking about? I never talked to you. I never sent you a message, and I never talked to you. I was just calling now. She says, well, it's not my fault that I was sitting out in the cold for 15 minutes. It's your company, your guys' fault. I said, what are you talking? I don't even know you. I've never talked to you before. I've never called you. All I know is I had a customer in my car. I dropped him off, and as soon as I dropped him off, I got you. And don't drive like a maniac. Oh, fuck, what a bitch. I got hit with everything tonight. Yeah, now in the morning I get busy. 2 more nights to go this week. I just got the warning that my phone is down to 11%. So it's time for me to, well, call it a night. This was my last trip. I did 18 trips tonight. I got about $260 on. So it's what, about $15 a trip on average. And yeah, I worked hard for it. I had a lot of calls, and some of them I had to drive a long distance to go and get. Right now it's Thursday morning. I'm just heading over to the car wash. I'm gonna spray the car down. I'm gonna detail the interior. I'm gonna fuel it and park it. Park it for the owner. Yeah, this night at least I had 150 on by midnight, which was okay. But I was tired because I didn't get enough sleep. I was worried about money yesterday. So I didn't sleep that well. Had a lot of expenses this week. It was I had my teeth cleaned. I had to renew my vulnerable sector criminal records check. I also had my driver's medical. That one was $240 for driver's medical. And yeah, it was one thing after another. Of course, there was my weekly chiropractor bill of $130, without which I would be unable to do this job. And what else was there? Now, hopefully, I won't have too many expenses going out before my rent is due in a couple weeks. Yeah, loads of fun. And yeah, there's one more night to go this week. And hopefully I will have business at least as good as tonight. 18 trips is good. Had a couple that were over $20 in there, which helped. But it was nothing like the energy of the Sunday night and the Monday night. Those nights were much better and had longer trips. That's why they were better. Yeah, look at daylight. Oh, daylight. But I'm tired and exhausted, as you can tell. It was a long night. But there were enough breaks, and the breaks were long enough that I could watch some videos. And now there's cars coming into town. Oh yeah. now that my phone is at less than 11%. Get out of my way, people. There we go. I'm gonna shut her down. It's Friday morning. The time is 5:40. My night is coming to an end. I'm down in James Bay. I just dropped off a customer. I guess she's a nurse or something in a nursing home. And I've had a good night. Well, pretty good. I'd say I'm in about the $260, $270 range. Something like that. Oh, it's getting dark this way. It's dark that way too. Give me a bit of light there. Yeah, it's been a long night. I've done how much? How many? 16 trips. That's all right. A few of them were long. Now I'm just tired and I just want to go home and have my weekend. Yeah. It was looking pretty scary there on Tuesday night. But the Wednesday and Thursday turned out better than that, so it's not a complete disaster. Yeah. I guess there's enough light. I don't need that. I watched some video. I went to sleep several times. I'm gonna go home and have some breakfast and call my mother and put this vlog together, splice the little pieces together. Then I'm gonna maybe have a couple drinks and go to sleep. Wake up in the late afternoon, early evening, and get my groceries. And I don't have anything else planned for the week except doing dishes and maybe cleaning my oven because it's starting to smell bad. It's starting to smell bad when I turn it on. And then, of course, I turn on the fan to let the bad air out of the kitchen. Yeah. All I gotta do now really is fuel up and park it. Got too many red lights down here. Oh, it's dark again. It's only dark because it's so bright outside. Not a cloud in the sky in any direction. Maybe it will be a little bit less bright with some buildings in the background here. Is that better? Yeah, that's much better. There's some buildings in the background now. I'm going right through downtown. Oh, yeah. There was nothing. Tonight my energy level was low. I don't think I got enough sleep in the daytime. 2 days in a row. End of a 12-hour shift as always. Yeah. Exhaustion. I hope yours is better than mine.